Do you know the most chilling wartime horror ever recorded happened in 1945? On Ramree Island, Burma? Many soldiers described nights filled with screams, splashes, and sudden silence inside a swamp that felt alive. British forces patrolling the mangroves reported ghostly movements in the dark, glowing eyes drifting above the water, and horrific cries that echoed through the night as if something was hunting inside the mud. Some Marines believed they saw shadows sliding beneath the surface, waiting for any step, any sound, any breath. The year was 1945, Ramree Island, Burma. Japan and Britain were locked in one of the final battles of the war. When the Japanese forces lost ground, nearly 1,000 soldiers retreated into the thick mangrove swamps, hoping to slip away under the cover of night. The swamp was a nightmare maze of waist-deep mud, poisonous insects, blistering heat, and something far worse lurking beneath the water. The British troops watched the men disappear into the mangroves, and soon began hearing terrifying noises that lasted for days. Groans, frantic splashing, bones cracking, and cries that sounded human at first, and then suddenly cut off. Survivors described the swamp as a place where the darkness moved. British Marines later reported that the swamp never stayed silent. Every night seemed to bring a new horror. Some soldiers swore they witnessed large shapes dragging bodies under the water. Others claimed they heard whispers mixed with screams, as if the swamp itself had become haunted by the suffering happening inside it. When British patrols searched the edges of the marsh, they found abandoned rifles, torn clothing, and deep grooves in the mud that looked like something massive had slid through. When the ordeal ended, only around 20 Japanese soldiers emerged alive. The rest never came out. This led to the terrifying legend that hundreds were taken by giant saltwater crocodiles, creating the belief that it was the most deadly animal attack in history. The British accounts supported the sound of violent attacks, and for decades the story became one of the most horrifying wartime mysteries ever told. But the real reason was later uncovered. Historians concluded that soldiers were not only attacked by crocodiles, but also died from exhaustion, dehydration, disease, infection, and the brutal environment of the swamp. The screams were real. The disappearances were real. The terror was real. The swamp simply became a deadly trap that swallowed almost an entire battalion. The truth remains a mix of war, nature, and mystery, making the Ramree Island Massacre one of the most chilling events of World War II. Now go watch another Spooky Earth video, because the next mystery might be even darker than this one.